Pride Month is starting early for these corporations who are attempting to groom your children. We've had such a crazy push this last year to try to recruit children into LGBT lifestyles. These children are getting sexualized. These children are being encouraged to cut off their genitals. This is where we're at in our society now. It's never been this bad before, and we need to fight back. This is so important. The line has to be drawn here. Quoting First Contact, of course, but this is the time, and there's never going to be another time. We are the ones who have to stop these corporations at this juncture. All right, my name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author, an award-winning comic creator, and I actually launched my Overmind science fiction graphic novel. There is good news, despite the fact that these corporations are going hell-bent to push their agendas even further than ever before. The good news is we had our strongest launch for a graphic novel I've ever had in the history of my making comics. I've been at this for 5-6 years. This is my 17th crowdfund and my 36th issue of graphic novels. I'm here for the long run. I'm not just one guy just trying to make a product here. I really am the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction, and I'm making the most beautiful science fiction stuff you've seen in years. So please check this out down in the description below. I really appreciate everybody who's come in so hard so far. If you want to change culture, it starts with supporting wonderful indie content above these corporations first and foremost. Thank you very much. The news of the day is Barbie is now releasing a trans doll. That's right. Gosh, I was wondering when somebody was telling me about this earlier, I was like, how are they going to make gay dolls and lesbian dolls? Like, these are just inanimate objects, and inanimate objects can't really have sexuality. But I guess they can have trans parts, is how it goes. In celebration of trans icon and 4-time Emmy nominee Laverne Cox's 50th birthday. Just in time for Pride season. That's right. It's now a season, everybody. It's not just a month. It's not just a day. It's a whole season. Pretty soon we're going to have Pride year and Pride lifetime so that you can be forced into these lifestyles and your children can get abused by these creeps out there who want to try to force this nonsense on them. Mattel and Barbie are releasing a brand new Laverne Cox Barbie doll as part of their tribute collection. This doll is the first of its kind for a Barbie. It's always the first, isn't it? Giving a trans girls a doll who looks like and is like them. By the way, there's no trans 4 or 5-year-olds out there. That's not a natural thing. If it is happening, it's somebody having abusive parents who are just manipulating them and being awful to them to get them into these states. You should probably look into the fact that there might be some sexual abuse there going on also. It isn't something that just happens out in the wild for 4 and 5-year-old girls who are looking for dolls. This is freaking crazy that Mattel is going out there and doing this sort of thing. Insane. Not only that, but the doll celebrates trans rights and people who fight for them. Oh, how nice. Barbie is also making a donation in Cox's names to Trans Family SOS, a nonprofit whose mission is to create more gender-affirming and accepting community. That's the problem. Honestly, it's not acceptance. We tolerated, and they asked for tolerance for a while. But you know what? A dude going around wearing a wig and doing these sorts of things, whatever, they're an adult. When they start to push this stuff on children, it starts to be the creepiest thing, and there's only one agenda possible when they're pushing it on children. It needs to stop here. People need to voice to Mattel that this kind of thing is not acceptable, and stop supporting companies like this all the way across the board. We had a huge bloodbath with Disney earlier this year when Disney fought against Florida's anti-grooming bill. And of course, that anti-grooming bill was all about making sure that teachers didn't go into the classroom and teach second graders to cut their genitals off or to have a certain kind of weird kinky sex. They shouldn't be talking to second graders about that, and they shouldn't be giving dolls to little kids to try to force them into these lifestyles or try to manipulate them into these lifestyles either. It's the same thing, and it needs to end right here. So I call on you. I'd say stop buying Mattel products. You don't need them. There's lots of alternatives out there. There's lots of fun that can be had without these brands. They try to hook you on these brand names and nostalgia names, and then they bait and switch you with these creepy products aimed at children every single time. All right, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this down below. Absolutely crazy. Protect your children, my friends, and we'll be back soon.